Hi friends, welcome back. Sir, in the last videos we covered almost around 5 topics we discussed already, right? Sir, these are the 5 topics we discussed. Observe that overview of Java 9 new features I covered. Next and after that, private methods inside interfaces we discussed. Of course, I'm not going to talk because we discussed in detail. Next, try with resource enhancements in the 1.9. What enhancements came we covered? Diamond operator which came in the 1.7 version. Sir, in the 1.9 version, what enhancements are there? And then safe error annotation. Okay, these 5 topics we covered already. I hope you people enjoyed with these 23 videos. Up to this we covered 23 videos related to these 5 topics, right? Sir, now the next topic what I have to start, very important topic, sir. The next topic what I have to start, sir, factory method for creating unmodifiable collections. Are you getting that? What is the word? Can you spell out, sir? Factory method for creating unmodifiable collections. Sir, this concept is a bit most misunderstood by several people, but actually the original, I mean the required concept what I want to discuss for you people, right? Just observe that. Sir, now what is the topic name? Factory methods, factory method for creating unmodifiable collections. Are you getting? For creating unmodifiable collections. But make sure, sir, in this line every word is very important, sir. Sir, the first word collection, you should have clarity. Anyway, the people who don't know about collections, just basic idea I will provide. Matter of just 3 to 4 minutes I will spend. Don't worry about that. Next and after that, here unmodifiable, it is also very important word. Next and after that, factory method, it is also very important word. Are you getting that? So our title itself having several conclusions are there. Sir, factory method for creating unmodifiable collections. Remember this one, sir. Sir, the first word, let me perform postmortem very briefly at very top level, right? Okay, sir, in the last somewhere in my SCJP OCJP videos I covered almost 30 hours only for collections concept. Are you getting? But I'm not going to discuss 30 hours. Just let me talk about 2 to 3 minutes just to cover to understand our concepts, right? Sir, first point here is what is collection? Are you getting? Sir, what is the collection? Anyone can you please tell? What is the collection, sir? Sir, collection, it's a normal word. Collection of books, collection of items, or collection of, do you know, pens, like this. Collection, what is the collection? If you want to represent a group of objects as a single entity, sir, I have 10 student objects are there or 10 customer objects are there. I want to represent these 10 customer objects or 10 student objects as a collection, as a single entity. Then we should go for what? Collection. Clear for all of it? Sir, just observe. I have, sir, here student object 1, student object 2, student object 3, student object 4, student object 5, okay, student object 6, student object 7. Sir, I have 7 student objects are there. I want to represent these 7 student objects as a single entity. Are you getting? I want to represent these 7 student objects as a single entity. Then we should go for what? Collection. Sir, can you spell out what is collection? If you want to represent a group of individual objects as a single entity, if you want to represent a group of individual objects as a single entity, then we should go for what? Collection. Clear for all of it? Okay. Sir, what is the collection? A group of objects as a single entity itself is a collection. Next to this collection, sir, some collections are list type, some collections are set type, some collections are queue type. Are you getting? This collection divided into 3 types, right? What is the first category? List type. What is the second category? Set type. Third category, queue type. Anyway, in our collections we discussed all, right? Sir, what is the list? List, or what is the difference between list and set? Very important. So to cover our concept, our Java 9 enhancement, compulsory you people should be aware list and set. Sir, can you please spell out what is the difference between list and set? Array, very important, man. What is the difference between list and set? Do you know? If you want to represent a group of individual objects as a single entity, then we should go for collection. Are you getting? List is also collection. If you want to represent a group of objects as a single individual, a group of individual objects as a single entity, then we should go for list. But speciality of list is, have you observed, right? The first point, duplicates are allowed. Remember this one, sir. Duplicates are allowed or not? Yes. In the case of list, duplicates are allowed. Duplicates are allowed. Second one, sir, insertion order. Insertion order preserved. Remember this one. Insertion order preserved, sir. So if you want to duplicate objects in your collection, sir, duplicates are allowed, no problem at all. Sir, next, in which order we inserted? In the same order only I want, then we should go for in the same order only. The object should be stored internally. If you want, if you have this type of requirement, happily we can go for what? List concept. Clear for all of it? Sir, what is the collection? Collection is nothing man, a group of individual objects as a single entity. What is the list, sir? List is also a collection where duplicates are allowed, insertion order preserved. Sir, in which order we added? In the same order only the output is going to come, or otherwise in the same order only the internally inside memory the objects will be stored. Such type of collection is nothing but one list concept, right? Okay, remember. Sir, what is the set? What is the set? For the set, exactly counterpart. Are you getting that? Set exactly counterpart. In the set, duplicates are not allowed. Remember this one, sir. In the set, duplicates are not allowed. In the set, insertion order not preserved, sir. Sir, sometime I want unique objects. I don't want yellow duplicates, right? Without duplicate, order is not important. I want to represent objects without duplicate. Happily we can go for what? Set concept. Clear for all of you, right? If any person is asking what is the difference between list and set, you should tell, in the case of list, duplicates are allowed, insertion order preserved. But in the case of set, duplicates are not allowed, insertion order not preserved. Are you in a position to understand, right? So that's all. Queue concept, anyway, it is also one type of collection. Before processing, if you want to perform some operation prior to processing, if you want to represent a group of objects, better to go for queue concept. In our collections concept I discussed in detail, but related to our current topic, queue concept we are not required to discuss. Remember that, sir. So I hope everyone in a position to understand. Just it's a small review of your existing knowledge, right? What is collection? What is collection? What is the list and what is the set? Remember this one, sir. Sir, in the case of list, duplicates are allowed or not allowed? Allowed. Insertion order preserved or not preserved? Preserved. But in the case of set, duplicates are not allowed, insertion order not preserved. Remember this one. In which order the elements will be stored in the case of set? We don't know. Internally it depends on hash code or some sorting order. Okay, there is some concept there in the case of set. Set never allows duplicates. Set never going to preserve insertion order. But in the case of list, duplicates are allowed, insertion order preserved. Clear, right? Up to this. Next, one more collection we have to discuss, right? Sir, up to this we covered list concept and then set concept. Basic idea. The people who don't know about that part, sir, you have to get some basic idea, right? And then there is one concept is there, sir, map concept. Are you getting? Sir, collection, a group of individual objects. Are you getting? Sir, first object, second object, third object, fourth object, fifth object. Sir, there is no link between these objects. Are you getting? No link. It is one object, it is one object, one object, one object, like there is no relation at all. If you want to represent a group of individual objects, then we should go for one collection. Sir, what is the map? Map is nothing but a group of key value pairs. Are you getting? Map is nothing but one, a group of key value pairs. If you want to represent a group of key value pairs, then we should go for one map concept, right? Sir, best example, here student roll number and student name. Student roll number and student name. 101 is the roll number. Durga is the name of the student. 102 is the roll number. Shiva is the name of the student. 103 is the roll number. Ravi is the student name. Can you tell how many roll numbers are there? 3. How many names are available? 3 names. Sir, if you want to represent a group of objects as key value, then we should go for what? Map concept. Map is nothing but a group of key values. Clear for all of you, right? Sir, all these things are keys, all these things are values. Remember that. Sir, now my question is, sir, what is this key? Duplicate keys are not allowed. Remember that in the case of map, duplicate keys are not allowed, but the values can be duplicated, no problem at all. Happily you can take duplicate values, but the duplicate keys are not allowed. Clear for all of you, right? Sir, next, sir, each key value pair. Sir, this is one key value. This is another key value. Have you observed, right? This is another key value like. Sir, how many key values are there? 3. 3 key value pairs are there. Each key value pair is called entry. Remember this one, sir. Each key value pair is called what? Entry. It is an interface name present inside map interface. Remember, technical word only. Each key value pair is by default considered as what? Entry. Clear for all of you, right? So, if you want to talk about this concept in Java 9, factory methods for creating unmodifiable collection, the first word what you have to give it, what is collection? Collection is nothing but a group of individual objects as a single entity. Then we should go for collection. Duplicates are allowed. Insertion order preserved in the case of list. Next, duplicates are not allowed. Insertion order not preserved. That is the rule of set. Are you getting? Next, if you want to represent a group of key value pairs, then we should go for what? Map. Duplicate keys are not allowed, but values can be duplicated. Each key value pair is called what? Entry. Remember that? Are you getting basic idea about sir collections concept, right? Now, first word what you people should be aware, factory methods for creating unmodifiable collections. What is collection? What is set, list, map? These words you people should be aware, right? Clear, right? So what is our topic we have to discuss, right? Sir, factory methods for creating unmodifiable collections. Up to this, we performed postmortem. What is collection? Basic idea you got. Next word, what I have to discuss? Unmodifiable. Remember, these ones are very, very important word. Unmodifiable. Can you tell what is the meaning of unmodifiable? The name itself indicates, are you observed? Unmodifiable. Sorry, you can't modify. You can't modify. You can't change. You can't change. Such type of unmodifiable objects are also known as immutable objects. Are you getting? Such type of unmodifiable objects also known as immutable objects. Then immediately we ask, sir, what is immutable object? What is the advantage of immutability? What is the need of creating unmodifiable collections, right? Sir, now it's a very common requirement, sir, to have immutable objects. Immutable, non-modifiable, unmodifiable objects is very common requirement in our programming. Sir, very exactly. Observe that. Sir, do you know string objects are immutable? I hope you may ever in your core Java classes somewhere. String objects are immutable. All wrapper class objects are immutable. Are you getting? All wrapper objects are immutable. Then, what is the meaning of immutability? Sir, once we create an object, I created an object, you are not allowed to perform any changes to that object. Are you getting? Sir, once we create an object, we can't perform any changes to that object by mistake. If you are trying to change, sir, of course, you can't change. You can't change. Such a type of non-changeable objects are by default considered as immutable objects. Are you getting that? In Java, string objects is immutable. All wrapper class objects also by default immutable, right? Then immediately you ask, sir, what is the need? What is the need of having this immutable object? Up to this is the clear what is immutable objects are? Very simple, the name itself indicates, boss, once you create an object, you are not allowed to change its content. Suppose I created one collection object. Assume that inside collection, there are multiple individual objects are there, sir. Assume that. Sir, once you create this collection object, this collection object, you can't add a new element, you can't remove existing element, you can't replace existing, you can't change anything. Such type of objects are by default considered as what? Immutable object. It may be collection object, it may be string object, it may be wrapper class object, or it may be student object, customer object also. Sir, what is the meaning of immutable? We can't change content of this object. Such type of nature is by default considered as what? Immutable. Clear? Are you getting right? Sir, now what is the advantage of this immutable object? Very simple, sir. Let me explain a small story with respect to the string so that you can aware, sir. Suppose assume that I want to develop one voter registration application. Are you getting that? I want to develop one voter registration application like this, right? Sir, all voters in India, almost around 130 crore population is there. Minimum some 80 crores or 90 crores, sir, voters are there. All these people have to register. Are you getting? All these people have to register, right? Voter registration application I want to develop. Sir, now in that we require to provide, being voter, I require to provide several fields. My city name I have to provide, my father name, my mother name, next date of birth, all these things I have to provide. Assume that, sir, I am the voter 1. For the voter 1, I entered my city name as Hyderabad. Are you getting? What is the city name I entered, sir? Hyderabad. I entered my city name as Hyderabad. Like this I did. Sir, if I entered my city name as Hyderabad, take very, very special care, sir. Okay, I entered my city name as what? Hyderabad I entered. If I enter my city name as Hyderabad, yes, one string object with the Hyderabad content is going to be created. Remember that. Sir, second voter came. Second voter also entered his city name as Hyderabad. Are you getting? So for the second voter, is it required to create a separate new string object with the name Hyderabad? Not required, because Mass Hyderabad just now we created for the voter 1. Oh, for the second voter also, why don't you reuse this object? Are you getting? Why don't you reuse this object like for the voter 2 also? My JVM provided same object. Are you getting? Voter 3 from the Hyderabad came. Then automatically voter 3 also, sir, provided the same. Okay, same object, because his city name also Hyderabad only. Within Hyderabad, assume that 1 crore voters are available. How many voters are available? 1 crore. For all those 1 crore voters, I used the same city name. Are you getting that? So, what is this concept is reusing same object for multiple references or with multiple references. Correct or not? Sir, now my question is, how many voters are available? Are respond, man. How many voters are available? 1 crore. How many voters are there? 1 crore. But how many objects are available? Only one object. Only one object, but 1 crore references are available. Sir, we are not required to create 1 crore separate object. Create only one object. Reuse the same object with for all these 1 crore members. Sir, what is this one, sir? Reusing the same object. Are you getting? Reusing the same object. What is the biggest advantage we are going to get because of this reusability? Point number 1. Sir, how many objects we require to create? We have to create only one object or 1 crore object? Only one object. If only one object is required to create, sir, instead of 1 crore object, how much performance improvement? How much memory utilization? That's why the biggest advantage of reusing the same object is memory utilization will be improved. Are you getting? Performance will be improved because we are not required to create 1 crore object. We can create only one object. With that object only, I can able to manage 1 crore voters or 1 crore references, right? Are you able to understand, right? So if I reuse, the biggest advantage, memory utilization, performance improvements by default will be there. Clear? Up to this. So reusing the same object, is it recommended or not? Highly recommended, man. Memory will be saved, performance improvements are there. Sir, we are not required to store 1 crore object. we require to store only one object. Sir, how much memory utilization? Again, we can save memory like anything. We are not required to create 1 crore objects. We can create only one object. How much performance improvement? Because creating object is a very costly operation. Sir, don't create 1 crore. Only one object is enough. Share that object with every reference. Is it clear for all of you, right? So, if I share in the case of string concept, the same thing is going to be happen in SCP area. But anyway, sir, this is sharing is there. Sir, if a same object shared with several references, then there may be a chance of some small problem is there. What is the problem is? What is the advantage we are getting? Yes. What is the advantage we are getting? Memory utilization will be improved. Performance will be improved like anything. Yes, it's too good. But if you are getting something, you may miss something. You may miss something. What is the problem here is, observe that, sir. Sir, suppose after 1 week, V3, what are 3, want to change his city name from Hyderabad to Vijayawada. Assume that V3 person want to change his city name from Hyderabad to Vijayawada. He got transferred to Vijayawada. That's why his city name is Vijayawada. He is going to enter. By mistake, if this person is allowed to change his city name from Hyderabad to Vijayawada, are getting by mistake, if this V3 is allowed to change Hyderabad to Vijayawada, how many members are going to be affected? Are getting all the 1 crore people are going to be affected or not? Yes, remember, sir, earlier for all the 1 crore people, city name as Hyderabad. Okay, by assuming that these many references, reusing that. But one person, by using one reference, if we are allowed to change the content, then all the remaining references are going to be affected. Correct or not? Sir, today morning, I kept my city name as Hyderabad. After 10 minutes, you can check your city name may be Vijayawada. After 20 minutes, if you check, your city name may be Vizag or otherwise Warangal. Sir, without your impact, sir, keep on changing. Then, instead of memory advantage or performance improvement, sir, may be a chance of abnormal behavior for my application. Remember this, are you getting right? Wherever reusability is there, there may be a chance of this type of problem. Correct or not? Okay? Sir, how many objects are there? Only one. How many references are there? 1 crore. 1 crore references point into the same object. By mistake, one person trying to change the content, then all the remaining people are going to be affected or not? Yes. Okay. So, how I can prevent this type of problem? Remember, wherever reusability is there, wherever memory utilization and performance are there, compulsory that object we have to make as non-changeable. Are you getting right? So, here we have to make this object as non-changeable. Once, sir, we created an object. Okay, because this object shared with multiple references, sir, we are not allowed to change the content. By mistake, if any person trying to change the content, sir, with this, he may go for new object like this, so that existing references are not going to be affected. Clear for all of it? Okay, this is the thing which is going to be happen in the case of string concept, right? But anyway, sir, what is the need of immutability? If this object is not immutable, if this object is not unmodifiable, if this object is not changeable, okay, by mistake if it is a changeable, then it's always a problem or not. That's why, so sometimes in our programming, sir, for reusability purpose, to get memory utilization benefit and to get performance benefit, compulsory objects should be sir, non-changeable. Such a type of non-changeable objects are nothing but immutable objects. Remember this one, sir. Wherever reusability is there, wherever, okay, memory utilization, performance improvements you want with reusing the same object, compulsory there we have to implement which concepts are immutability concept. Clear for all of it? So it may be string object or it may be collection object. It may be collection object, right? Sir, I created one collection. I want to share this collection. Collection is nothing but data, a group of objects. I want to share this group of objects for multiple people. Are you getting? Sir, reference 1, reference 2, and so on. 1 crore references point into the same. Are you getting? So if 1 crore people are accessing the same collection, if one person trying to change, remaining people are going to be affected. That's why yata pata programming requirement, it is the very common requirement there. Okay, immutable collections, unmodifiable collections. Clear for all of you, right? So up to this we covered only 2 words. What is the first word, sir? What is the first word? Collection. Collection is nothing but what? A group of objects. Second word is nothing but what? Unmodifiable. Unmodifiable. What is the meaning of unmodifiable, sir? Can you spell out? Non-modifiable. I mean you can't change. Such type of unmodifiable object is nothing but immutable object. Sir, what is the need of immutable object? Sir, if you want to reuse the same object with multiple references, compulsory this object should be, okay, immutable. No one is allowed to change the content. Clear for all of you? So yata pata programming requirement, it is the very common, it's very common that, okay, we require to create unmodifiable collection objects. Are you in a position to understand, right? Up to this only 2 words I did. One is what is collection, second one is what is the need of unmodifiable object or immutable object. That's sir, up to this you are getting basic idea what is collection, what is unmodifiable collection, what is the immutable collection or immutable object, what is the advantage. Sir, now what is the next thing I have to discuss? What is factory method? Sir, this word also very important, sir. Whenever I am asking the question, factory methods for unmodifiable collections, whenever I am started this concept, immediately there are several people are asking, sir, what is the factory method or what is the unmodifiable and what is the collection like? Sir, first let me provide clarity about the title and then we will talk about internal things, right? Sir, what is the factory method, sir? Very simple, sir. If you want to create a runtime object, sir, in Java, my Java application wants to communicate with the JVM. Sir, Java application wants to communicate with the JVM, a runtime object is required. Sir, in our core Java classes, in the garbage collection, somewhere I covered. If you want to get runtime object, what is the way, sir? Can you please observe that? Runtime R is equal to runtime dot get a runtime. Runtime dot get runtime. Again, runtime R is equal to runtime dot get runtime. So if you want to get runtime object, this is the way, sir. Runtime dot get runtime. Sir, point number 1. What is runtime? Runtime is a class. Again, what is the runtime, sir? Runtime is a class. Sir, runtime dot get runtime. What is the get runtime? Get runtime is a method. Sir, is it a static method or instance method? Static, because by using class name we are calling a method. Sir, it is a static method. It's a static method. Okay. Runtime class get runtime method I am calling. This method returns same class object or not. Sir, which object I am going to get, sir? Which object I am getting? Runtime object only. Which object I am getting? Runtime object only. That's why, sir, this one itself is nothing but object reference. Okay. Same class object. Are you getting? Same class object. Observe that. By using class name, if we are calling a method, that method returns same class object. Such type of method is called static factory method. Remember this one, sir. What is this method? Static. What is this method? Static factory method. Static factory method. Observe that. So by using class name, if we are calling a method, static method, if that method returns same class object, such type of method is called what? Static factory method. Sir, in your design patterns or in your frameworks level, you will get much clarity, but anyway, up to that, remember, by default factory method means static factory method only. Okay, by using class name, if we are calling a method, that method returns same class object. Such type of method is called what? Factory method. Clear for all of it? Static factory method. By default factory method means static factory method only. Sir, get runtime method is the factory method or not? Hurry, spell out, man. Get runtime method is the factory method or not? Yes. By using class name, I'm calling this method. This method returns same class object. That's why I can use the word it is the factory method. Clear for all of you, right? Let me repeat once again, sir. By using class name, if we are calling a method, that method returns same class object. Such type of method is called what? Factory method. Sir, let me go for one more example. One more example, so that you people can very clearly write. Sir, I have date format. There is one class is there in the internationalization concept. Somewhere we may have this concept. Date format df is equal to, regarding date format df is equal to date format dot get instance. Are getting date format dot get instance. Now I have one small doubt, sir. What is date format? Date format is a class. Date format is a class name. Next, get instance is a method. Get instance is a static method, because we are calling, sir, by using class name, static method. Sir, this method returns same class object or not? Same date format object only we are going to get. Remember that. By using class name, if we are calling a method, that method returns same class object. Such type of method is by default considered as what? Factory method. It's a very common thing in your core classes. In the frameworks especially, very commonly we are going to use what? These factory methods, right? Remember. Sir, same rule even applicable for interface factory methods also. Observe that I have list is there, sir. Don't worry much about this. List is there. Maybe class or interface. List dot of method is there, sir. Assume that. Don't worry, sir. We never aware like this concept came in the 1.9. I will discuss, right? Sir, list is a interface name. Our class, it is an interface. By using interface name, we are calling a method. That method is always static method only. Sir, we can call static methods by using class name or interface name. Sir, by using interface name, I'm calling a method. This method returns same type object or not? Yes, same list object. That's why of method present inside list interface is the factory method. Remember this one, sir. Of method present inside list interface is the factory method. Similarly, have a look one. Sir, set s is equal to set dot off. Set s is equal to set dot off. Sir, off method present inside set interface is the factory method, because this method returns same type object. Sir, make sure you people should aware. Sir, we never aware this off methods. Don't worry, man. These methods came in the 1.9 version. I will discuss in detail. Don't worry about that. Just get what is the factory method. Similarly, I'm taking listen a bit very carefully about this terminology, sir. Observe that if I can take map m is equal to here map dot off. Map m is equal to map dot off. Sir, by using interface name, map is an interface. We are calling a method. Static method. Under this method returns same class object or not? Yes. Same interface type object or not? Yes. That's why it is the factory method. Similarly, map m is equal to map dot of entries. Of entries. Are you getting that? Map dot of entries. Do you know? Sir, this is one method. Sir, we never aware this. Don't worry, we will discuss in detail. By using interface name, I'm calling a method. That method returns the same type of object. Such type of method is called what? Factory method. Clear for all of you, right? So what is the factory method, sir? By using class name or interface name, if we are calling a method, that method returns the same type object. Such type of methods are called static factory methods. Clear? Are you getting? So, yeah, the part of Java 1.9 version. new features, we have to talk about one beautiful concept to simplify programmers' life. What is that concept is? Factory method for creating unmodifiable collections. Are getting? That is our topic. I didn't start this topic, but what is collection? What is collection? What is the list and set map? You got basic idea? Sir, list duplicates are allowed. Insertion order preserved. Set duplicates are not allowed. Insertion order not preserved. Map a group of key values. If you want to represent a group of key values, then we should go for map. So what is collection? We covered. Next, what is the meaning of unmodifiable object or unmodifiable collection? The biggest advantage of unmodifiable collection is reusability, reusing the same object, because no one is going to change the content. That's why happily this object can be shared with crores of people, no problem at all. So the biggest advantage we are going to get, memory utilization will be improved and then performance will be improved. That is the meaning of unmodifiable. Sir, what is the collection? What is the unmodifiable? Clear for all of you, right? What is the last word I have to talk? Factory method. By using class or interface name, if we are calling a method, that method returns a same class or interface object. Such type of methods are called factory method, static factory method. By default, factory method is nothing but static factory method only. Clear, right? So if you aware these words first, and then, sir, what the new feature came in the 1.9 version, that part I will discuss. Clear, right? Up to this, just a title. Have you observed? Just we discussed about title of this concept. Now I will start about the cinema of this one, right? Okay, that's it. Sir, now we have to discuss what are various factory methods for creating unmodifiable collections. I want to use factory method for creating unmodifiable collections. What methods are there? Sir, have you remembered, right? What is collection? You know. What is unmodifiable collection? Immutable collection. What is the meaning? What is the advantages? You know. Next, you got clarity. What is the factory method? If you feel comfortable up to this, now we are ready to go for in Java 9. What enhancements came? That part I will discuss related to this particular topic, sir. Very simple. Sir, I want to create unmodifiable list object. Are you getting? We have to talk about how to create unmodifiable list, how to create unmodifiable set and a map. 3 collection objects how to create. We will discuss, right? Until 1.8 version, if you want to create unmodifiable list object, sir, immutable list object I want to create for shareability purpose, reusability purpose. How you can create, sir? Very simple. Just observe that. List of string I am taking. L is equal to new, sir, array list of string I am taking, sir. List of string L is equal to array list of string. Just I am creating array list object which can hold which type of data is string type. Is it clear for all of it? Sir, string type of objects it is going to hold one normal array list. Now let me add L dot add of A, sir. L dot add of B I am adding. L dot add of C and then L dot add of D, sir. Observe that. Sir, up to this, sir, I created one object. I added how many elements, right? 4 elements I added, right? Sir, after adding these 4 elements, now I have one small doubt. Can you tell either this L is the modifiable or unmodifiable? Sir, it's the modifiable because we are allowed to add the content. You can change the content. You are adding the content. Now I want to make this list unmodifiable. Are you getting? Because now I will keep this collection object in the market saying, array, anyone required a list of 4 elements happily you can use. Like I want to provide this collection object to 1,000 crores of people, right? Then, sir, no one is allowed to change in the content. I want to create unmodifiable collection. How you can able to do that? Very simple, sir. Here, sir, list of string L1 is equal to collections dot. Have you observed? Collections is a class present inside java.util. Collections dot unmodifiable. Collections dot unmodifiable list of L, sir. Sir, if you pass this L, yeah, the argument. Now, sir, for collections dot unmodifiable list method, then we are going to get list object, right? Whatever list object we are going to get, this one is nothing but unmodifiable. Remember this one, sir. If you want to create unmodifiable list object until 1.8 version, this is the code what we have to write, sir. Clear for all of you, right? Sir, if you want, now you can print SOP of L1. What is the output by default we are going to get, sir? A, comma B, comma C, comma D, like this, right? Next, for this L1 is unmodifiable. You can't add any new object, you can't remove. Sir, by mistake, if you are trying to perform any changes to L1, immediately we are going to get unsupported operation exception. Can I spell out which exception we are going to get, sir? Unsupported operation exception by default we are going to get, sir. By mistake, if you are trying to change the content of this L1. Clear for all of you? Sir, now my question is, take very special care about this terminology, right? Sir, until 1.8 version, how to create unmodifiable list object? Sir, I want to create array list object. Sir, which should be unmodifiable? Because I want to share this object to crores of people. What you have to do? Create empty array list object and then add first element, second element, third element, fourth element. After that, convert that array list into unmodifiable list object. Is it clear for all of it? Okay, that's all, sir. So this is the way we can do. Sir, where is the proof? This one is unmodifiable. Very simple, sir. Just L1 dot add of E. Let me add, sir. By mistake, if you are trying to add an element to this list, because it is the immutable, the unmodifiable, you can't. By mistake, if you are trying to add, immediately runtime exception we are going to get, say unsupported operation exception. Are you getting that? What is that exception, sir? Unsupported operation exception by default we are going to get. Clear for all of you, right? Okay. So here this is the way until 1.8 version, right? Sir, let me run up to this, and in the 1.9 version, how to create that part I will discuss. First, have a look once up to this, right? Observe that. Sir, this code already I typed, sir. Executable code only already I typed. Observe that. Sir, I created one list object, sir, array list object of string type. Next, L dot add of A, B, C, D. Like this I am taking, sir. Collections dot unmodifiable list of L. Are you getting collections list of L, SOP of L1. Like this I am taking, sir. Sir, now let me compile this code, sir. Let me compile this code. Yes, happily the code compiles fine. What is the output by default we are going to get? ABCD is the output, sir. Sir, very simple. Whatever I explained on the board, the same, just either gun. Now, can you please tell, is this L1 is unmodifiable or not? Yes, man, it is always unmodifiable, because the reason for that is, sir, if it is unmodifiable, you can't perform any change. Sir, where is the proof for that? Observe that. L1 dot add sir, I'm trying to add a new element E. Observe, sir, this L1 is immutable, this L1 is unmodifiable. How you can add, sir? Like immediately. Observe that. The code compiles fine. If I'm trying to add, immediately we are going to get unsupported operation exception. Are you getting that? So it's a practical proof that yes, this result object, whatever we are going to get, is unmodifiable, sir. Don't feel, sir, here just don't only add. Even what I want to do, L1 dot remove of one I'm taking. L1 dot remove of 1 I'm taking, sir. L1 dot remove of 1. If I can take like this, have you observed, right? Sir, for the remove also, unsupported operation exception we are going to get. So whatever list object we are getting, because of collections dot unmodifiable, by default it's always what? Okay, immutable or unmodifiable list object only. Clear for all of you, right? Now the terminology is very clear, right? Until 1.8 version, if you want to create unmodifiable list object, this is the code what we have to take. Can you spell out how many lines of the code I am taking? Observe that. Sir, forget about this printing, all these things. How many lines of the code I have to write? First I am creating array list object. and then we are adding first element, second element, third element and fourth element. After that we are performing what we are calling unmodifiable list. So almost around 6 lines of the code we did, sir. But in Java 1.9 version onward, we are not required to write these many lines of the code. Remember there, in Java 1.9, we required to use only one line of the code. Observe that, sir. Simplicity by default came. List interface contain factory method to create unmodifiable list object very easily, sir. What is that method? Have a look once. Sir, I want unmodifiable list object. List of string L is equal to. Sir, I want directly unmodifiable list object. What we have to do? Very simple, sir. List dot off. Are you getting that? What we have to do? List dot off. Sir, with which elements? First element A, second element B, third element C, fourth element D, sir. Are you able to understand? List of string L is equal to list dot off A, B, C, D by default you are going to get. Is it clear for all of it? Okay. Sir, make sure you people should have clear clarity about this terminology, right? Sir, now this one is unmodifiable. 6 lines of the code we can able to replace with only one line. But from which version onwards it is possible, sir? Java 1.9 version onwards it is possible. But before Java 9 until 1.8 version, how many lines of the code we have to write like this? Length of the code is going to increase, readability by default is going to be down. But from 1.9 version onwards, only one method is enough. What is this method, sir? List dot off. Remember that. Sir, most of the people are going to feel it is a shortcut way to create collection object. No, sir. It is the shortcut way to create unmodifiable collection object. Remember that, unmodifiable collection object. Sir, this off method we have to create immutable collection object, not to create normal collection objects, right? Remember that. Sir, now is it really immutable or not? Yes, man. Where is the proof? Sir, let me add something. L dot add E. If I can take like this, L dot add of E, immediately we will get runtime exception saying unsupported operation exception. What is the exception by default we are going to get, sir? Unsupported operation exception by default we are going to get. Sir, we can't add, we can't remove. Sir, can you please remove of one index element? Can you please remove? We can't replace. Can you please replace one the index element with the E like this I want to take? Can you please replace? Sorry, there are no such type of option, because the reason for that is it is one immutable, it is unmodifiable. Clear for all of it? Sir, this is the practical proof. Let me show clearly so that you people can aware much clarity there. Let me execute this code, sir. Observe that. Sir, until 1.8 version we have to write like this. Let me remove this total lengthy code. Observe that I don't want this bloody lengthy, I mean this much code, sir. From 1.9 version onward, can you please guide, sir? You have to tell list of string L is equal to list dot off. What is the first element? A. What is the second element? B. What is the third element, sir? What is the third element? D. Next, here just observe that A, B, C, D with 4 elements I created, right? Sir, let me print system.out.println. Okay, system.out.println of L. Observe that, sir, perfectly it's a valid, but from which version onwards it is valid, sir? 1.9 version onwards. Yes, it's sir, where is the proof that this one is immutable, this one is unmodifiable? Very simple. L dot add off E. Observe that. Observe immediately what will happen. Have a look once, sir. Unsupported operation exception. Sorry, you are not allowed to change, you are not allowed to add the new element. L dot remove of 1, sir. L dot remove of 1. immediately you are going to get, have you observed, unsupported operation exception. Okay, sir, you can't perform replacement also. L dot set. What is the purpose of set method, sir? Replacement. Replacement with one element. Can you please replace with E? Observe that same problem by default you are going to get unmodifiable, unsupported operation exception, right? Clear, right? So whatever the way you created by using single line, practical proof that sir, it is unmodifiable. Clear? So from 1.9 version onward, creating unmodifiable list, how many lines of the code we require to take, sir? Only one line. These many 6 lines of the code not required to take. Clear? Sir, what is the advantage of this factory method, sir? Length of the code will be reduced, readability by default will be improved, right? Okay, sir, one more important point you people should aware, sir. While using this factory method, I'm using factory method because list.off, I covered already what is the meaning of factory method. Okay, by using this factory method, one more small thing is there. What is that? Is, sir, the elements should not be null. Are you getting that? The element should not be null. Suppose assume A is there, B is there, comma, null is there, sir. Are you getting? If the list contain null, if one of our element is null, immediately we are going to get null pointer exception. Are you getting what is the exception? By default we are going to get, sir, null pointer exception. So while using this factory method, you have to take a bit special care. Our elements should not contain null. By mistake, if our element contain null, immediately we are going to get null pointer exception. Clear? I hope you people can able to understand, right? Okay, sir, let me show this case also, right? Okay, have a look once. Have a look. I don't want this bloody code. Okay, just here let me remove. Sir, this is AB, comma, null, sir. Sir, one element is null. One element is null. Automatically, what will happen, sir? Immediately we are going to get, what is this exception? By default we are going to get, sir, null pointer exception. By default we are going to get. Clear? Are you in a position to understand, right? Null pointer exception like this, right? So how to create unmodifiable list object from 1.9 version onward? Factory method introduced inside list interface. By using that we can able to create very easily. Next, once we create list object, we are not allowed to perform any changes. By mistake, if you are trying to change, automatically we will get what, sir? Unsupported operation exception. Next, in the element, we should not take null. By mistake, if you are taking null, immediately we are going to get what? Null pointer exception. What is the advantage of these factory methods, right? Can you please tell? Length of the code will be reduced, readability by default will be improved, more convenient methods to the programmer, right? Sir, before 1.9, 6 lines of the code, but in the 1.9 version, how many lines of the code is required? Only 1 line. Clear, right? So I hope you people got clearly how to create unmodifiable list from 1.9 version onwards. Which method we require to use, right? List.off is the method. Sir, now my requirement is how many off methods are there inside list interface? I have to explain, sir. Very simple. Sir, assume that I want to create. Assume that I want to create list L is equal to, I want to create empty immutable list object. I want to create what? Empty immutable list object. What is the way, sir? List dot off. Are you getting that? List dot off is the method we have to call. Sir, now how many elements you are passing? No element. That's why empty immutable list object. Empty unmodifiable list object by default we are going to get. Remember that, sir. Similarly, I want with only one element. Are you getting? I want unmodifiable list object with only one element. Do you know? Sir, list dot off with only A. I am taking, sir. Are you getting? Sir, I want 2 elements with 2 elements. What is the way, sir? List dot off 2 elements you can take. 2 elements you can take. Sir, 3 elements, 4 elements, 5 elements like, sir, of, sir, list done of, sir, 3 elements you can take. No problem at all. 3 elements you can take. No issue at all, right? Sir, how many of methods are available in the list and trapeze, right? Sir, there is one of method without any arguments, empty list, to create empty list object, 1 element, 2 element, 3 element, 4 element, 5 element, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 elements. Are you getting that? So how many of methods are available? 11 of methods are available, right? Okay. So of without any argument. Next, of with 1 element, of with 2 element, of with 3 element, of with 4 elements, and so on, of with 10 element. Can you spell out 1 to 10? 10 method plus empty is nothing but total how many methods are available, sir? 11 methods are available, right? But strictly speaking, immediately you ask, sir, more than 10 elements I want to create. Sir, my list contains 20 elements, 30 elements, 40 elements, like that. To handle remaining cases, one where arg method also introduced, right? Okay, one where arg method also introduced. What is that syntax? Is, do you know, of e dot e. Sir, any number of elements you can pass, no problem at all. Sir, total how many methods are available, sir? 12 methods are available. 11 plus 1 itself is nothing but how many methods, right? 12 methods are available. Clear for all of it? Just observe, this is the API, sir. Sir, this is to create empty list object. Are you getting? This is to create empty list object. Next, this is to create list object with only 1 element. This is to create list object with 2 element. List object with 3 elements. Similarly, list object with 10 elements. Are you getting? More than 10 elements, if you want to create a list object, then we should go for what? Where arg method. Remember that. So 0 argument, 1 argument, 2 argument, 3 argument, 10 argument, and then any number of argument. Total how many list methods, how many of methods are available, sir? 12 methods are available. Then immediately you people may ask the doubt. Remember that very important point. Sir, if a where arg method is there, you can use this where arg method for 0 argument, 1 argument, 2 argument, any number of argument. But once where arg is there, what is the need of having these many remaining methods also? Very simple, sir. Usage of where arg method is very costly. Remember this one. Usage of where arg method is very costly. In the worst case, if no other method is available, then only we require to use where arg method, right? So until 10 elements is the very common programming requirements. List of 3 elements, list of 4 elements, list of 5 elements is the very common requirement. That's why exact matched methods are defined, sir, until 10 elements. But more than 10 elements, by using this where arg method, worst case this method is going to take care. Clear for all of it? Why these many methods are there inside list and trapeze? Just to improve performance only. Sir, instead of all, only one where arg method is enough, which is applicable for 1 element, 2 element, 3 element, 10 elements also. But still, why separately these methods are defined? Simple reason for that is, can I spell out what the simple reason? To improve performance only. Up to 10 elements, the exactly matched methods are going to be used. More than 10 element, then only where arg method will come in the picture, because usage of where arg method is very costly method, right? Clear, right? So list and trapeze contain how many methods? How many of methods are available to create unmodifiable list object? 12 methods by default available. Just let me show all these things, and whatever I discussed up to this, let me explain, let me review once again, right? Have a look once, sir. Here I am taking, sir, Java dot util dot list, sir. Java dot util dot list. Sir, this is the profile of list and trapeze, right? Regarding public and trapeze Java dot util dot list, it is the profile of list and trapeze, right? Sir, if you observe here, how many methods are available? Sir, no argument, 1 argument, 2 argument, 3 argument, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on. Last one is nothing but one where arg method. Are you getting? So total, if you want, you can count how many factory methods are available is 12 factory methods are available, right? Okay, sir, now my important point here is just observe that, sir. I prepared the material here, just have a look once. Sir, factory methods for creating unmodifiable collection objects. Sir, what is the list and set and map general theory I provided, right? Sir, creation of unmodifiable list object until 1.9 version. Sir, prior to Java 9, how to create unmodifiable collection object? Sir, list of string beers is equal to new array list of string. For most of the people, it is the favorite, it seems. Okay, KF, KO, RC, FO, like this I added 4 beers, and then I'm trying to convert into unmodifiable list. Clear for all of it? Okay, this is the way how to create unmodifiable list object, right? Okay, like but from Java 9, this way of creating unmodifiable collection is verbose. Length of the code is going to be increased and not convenient. It increases length of the code and reduces readability. JDK engineers addresses this problem and introduced several factory methods for creating unmodifiable collection. Now, how to creation of unmodifiable list with Java 9 factory methods, right? Sir, Java 9 list interface is defined. How many factory methods for this? There are several factory methods, right? 12 factory methods are available. Sir, no argument, 1 argument, 2 argument, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then what is this one, sir? More than 10. Where are the method, right? Sir, up to 10 elements, the matched method will be executed, and the more than 10 elements, internally where are the method will be called. JDK engineers identified list of up to 10 elements is the common requirement, and hence they provided corresponding method. For the remaining cases, where are the method will be executed, which is very costly, sir. These many methods just to improve performance only. Clear for all of it? So, how many methods are available in the list interface? How many of methods? 12 methods. Why these many methods came? Just to improve performance only. Sir, now to create unmodifiable list, what is the way, sir? That's all. This is the way how to create unmodifiable list object. What is the method we are calling? List.arm. It is very simple and straightforward way, sir. Now, but here make sure 2 points I covered. Once we created like this, sir, first point, we are not allowed to perform any changes for this list object. By mistake, if you are trying to perform any change, automatically we will get what? Unsupported operation exception. And then list should not contain null. By mistake, if any of this element is the null pointer exception, by default we are going to get. Clear, right? So while using this factory method, if any element is null, then we will get null pointer exception. Sir, I want to list of string fruits, list dot of apple, banana, well. But whenever I'm trying to add a null, automatically what we are going to get, sir? Null pointer exception. Next, after creating the list object, if you are trying to change the content, maybe add method, remove method, replace elements, then we will get unsupported operation exception. Sir, I covered already. Sir, list of fruits, list dot of apple, banana, mango. I'm trying to add new type of fruit. Immediately we are going to get unsupported operation exception. Sir, I'm trying to remove unsupported. I'm trying to replace unsupported operation exception, right? Sir, everyone can able to understand, right? So how to create unmodifiable list object until 1.8 version, from 1.9 version onwards, how to create, how our life got simplified is the very clear for you. If you are able to understand until, sir, for the list, for the set and map case also, same knowledge we have to extend. Beyond that, nothing, sir. But anyway, one last point I have to tell, because it's a very common doubt, sir. Whenever I'm explaining these in my online or offline sessions, automatically several people are asking, sir, we got list object. Internally, which type of list it is? Is it array list or linked list or vector or stack? Some people are having the doubt, sir. Assume that list L is equal to, or list of string L is equal to list of string L is equal to list dot of. Here I am taking A, B, like this, right? Just observe. Sir, I created immutable list, unmodifiable list with 2 elements. But now my question is, internally, is it a array list object or linked list object, I want to aware. Sir, now how I can? Sir, very simple. It's not array list object, it's not linked list object, it is the list object only. Internally, what is the corresponding class name? If you want to print corresponding class name, l dot get a class dot get a name. Sir, internally which class object got created? Okay, internally which class object got created? If you want to know, this is the code, sir. Let me execute. What class name we are going to get? Just have a look once, sir. Here my requirement is, observe that I created list object, list of string l is equal to list dot of l dot get the class dot get name. Are you getting? L dot get class dot get name, sir. Here let me compile this code. Yes, let me run this code. Have you observed, right? Java.util.immutable collections. There is one class is there named with immutable collections. In that list 2. Are you getting? Inner class. This is the inner class, right? This inner class object by default will be created. Sir, being a programmer, internally which class object we are not required to worry. Am I getting list object or not? That is our important requirement, right? Okay, that's all, sir. Don't worry much about internally what is the class name. By using inner classes, the corresponding internal classes are implemented. Clear, right? So how to create unmodifiable list object? What code we require to take, sir? Just a list dot off. Off is the method. How many off methods are available? How many off methods are available in the list interface? Please spell out. Because if you aware that, then the remaining set and map case is very simple. Can you please tell how many off methods are available, sir? 12 methods are available. Until 10 elements, we are going to use this. More than 10 elements, internally hierarchy method will be called. Why these many methods, right? Just to improve performance, right? Clear? Are you able to understand, right? If you feel comfortable, then I will go for what is set interface, how you can do that. Okay, right, sir? Thank you. Sir, up to this we covered how to create unmodifiable list object. Completed, right? How to create unmodifiable list object, list dot off is the method. Similarly, how to create unmodifiable set object. Sir, set where duplicates are not allowed, order is not important. I want to create set object. What is the way, sir? Sir, until 1.8 version, sir, I don't know about these factory methods. Until 1.8 version, how to create, sir? Very simple, sir. I have set of string s is equal to set of string s is equal to new hash set of string. I'm taking new hash set of string. Sir, just I'm creating normal hash set object. S dot add of a, s dot add of b, and then s dot add of c. I'm taking, sir. Observe that. Sir, how many elements I added? 3 elements, or otherwise 4th element also you can add, same as list case, 4 elements, right? Sir, this yes, whatever set we have, it is not unmodifiable set object. It is a modifiable because you are continuously adding the content. I want to make this set as unmodifiable because multiple people are going to reuse my set object. How I can make this object as unmodifiable? Very simple, sir. Have a look once. Observe that carefully, sir. So set of string s1 is equal to set of string s1 is equal to, sir, here collections dot unmodifiable set of yes. Are you getting? If it is the list case, which method I use, right? Collections dot unmodifiable list. But now I am using which method? Collections dot unmodifiable set. Now, sir, set object by default we are getting this set object. Whatever we are getting because of this set object is, sir, immutable object. Immutable set object, right? Sir, until 1.8 version, if you want to create immutable set object, this is the only possibility, sir. Create a set object and whatever elements you are adding, and then sir call collections dot unmodifiable set, then automatical set of string by default is going to come. But from 1.9 version onward, factory method is available. Anyone, can you please guess? Please guess what is the factory method. You know, okay? Here I am taking set of string s is equal to, what is the method, sir? Set of string s is equal to, here we are not required to take collections dot. Observe that, sir, we are not required to take collection. Set dot of, set dot of a, b, okay, c, comma d. This is the method. Are you getting? Sir, how many lines of the code I am writing? In the 1.9 version, how many lines of the code I am writing? Only one line. But if it is the 1.8 version, how many lines of the code I have to write, sir? Have you observed? 6 lines of the code. 6 lines of the 1.8 version code replaced with how many lines, right? Only one line. Is it clear for all of you, right? So from Java 9 version onward, creating unmodifiable list object, set object, map objects are very easy because of these factory methods are available. Clear, right? Then immediately you may ask, sir, how many off methods are there in the set interface? How many off methods are available? Very simple, sir. In the list interface, how many off methods are there? 12 methods. Have you remembered, right? In the last video I explained very clearly, same 12 methods are available even in the case of set also. Sir, first method to create empty set object, unmodifiable empty set object, set dot of. Sir, second method of only one element. Are you getting? Only one element. If you want two elements, E1 comma E2. Sir, with the two elements. Sir, like 3 elements. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up to 10 elements. Are you getting, right? Up to 10 elements, happily corresponding methods are available, right? Sir, more than 10 elements I want to create. Whatever the approach we followed in the case of list, here also same thing. Of where arg method is there. Are you getting? Up to 10 elements, exact matched method is available, but more than 10 elements, automatically, sir, here do you know, more than 10 elements we require to call internally, it will call where arg method. Why these many methods are available? Once again, the same reason, to improve performance sake. Clear? Are you in a position to understand, right? How to create unmodifiable set object is nothing but this is the code what we have to, what you have to aware, sir. Next, after creating unmodifiable set object, sir, there are multiple conclusions are there related to this one. Compulsory you people should aware. Up to this is the clear, sir. How to create unmodifiable set object? In which version? 1.9 version is very easy because how many lines of the code we required? Only one line. Sir, how many factory methods are available, sir? 12 methods are available. Why these many factory methods are available? Just to improve performance, right? If you are feeling comfortable, then I will discuss multiple cases for you, right? Sir, what is the case 1? Remember this one? Multiple cases I am going to discuss. Most of the cases already you people aware, sir. Case number 1, legend. Sir, these elements should not contain null. While using factory method, elements should not contain null. By mistake, if any element is a null, then automatically null pointer exception we are going to get. Remember this one, sir. If you want to use this factory method, sir, this list should not contain null. By mistake here, if you are adding any null, immediately we are going to get what? Null pointer exception. Same rule I covered even in the case of list also. I hope you remember, right? Second one, sir. What is the second possibility is, after creating the set object, after getting the set object, we can't perform any modification. By mistake, if you are trying to modify, immediately we will get unsupported operation exception. Are you getting that? Which ones are unsupported operation exception? Because this set is immutable. By mistake, s dot add of new element I am trying to add, sir. S dot add of e, immediately unsupported operation exception. S dot remove of a. Boss, can you please remove a? Can you please remove a? Automatically unsupported operation exception by default you are going to get. Clear, right? Okay, sir, make sure. Third one, sir, very important conclusion, make sure. What is the third important one is set. Basically it is the set, right? Set means duplicates are allowed or not allowed? Oi, respond, man. Duplicates are allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Set means not allowed. By mistake, in our elements, if a duplicate element is there, are you getting right? A is here, A is here also. By mistake, if duplicate element is there, then immediately we are going to get illegal argument exception. Are you getting? What is the exception by default we are going to get, sir? Illegal argument exception we are going to get. Make sure, sir, these are the things what you people should be aware. How to create unmodifiable set object. While creating unmodifiable set object, which things we have to take care. Okay, but until 1.8 version, what is the code? But from 1.9 version onward, just only one line. So what is the advantage of these factory methods, right? Length of the code will be reduced, readability by default will be improved. That's why version to version programmer's life is going to be simplified. Have you observed, right? This is the best example to understand, right? Okay, sir, let me execute this code so that you people can feel more comfortable, right? Have a look once. Observe that. Observe, this time I want to take set, sir. I want to take the set. Can you please guide, sir? Set of string s is equal to set dot of. Sir, what is the first element? A, B. Sir, what is the next? C, and then D I am taking. Next and after that, let me print SOP of S. That's all. Let me print SOP of S. This is the way how to create, right? Okay. Let me compile. Yes, perfectly. What is the output by default? We are going to get DACB. Then immediately you people may ask, sir, I added ABCD. But the output we are getting DACB because the reason is in the set order is not important. Order is won't be preserved. Insertion order won't be preserved, right? Okay, that's all. Sir, now is this one is immutable or not? Where is the proof for that? Yes, sir, dot add of E I am trying to add, sir. So this S is immutable. You know, it's already immutable. Hey, you are not allowed to change the content. By mistake, if you are trying to change the content, what will happen, sir? Immediately we are going to get exception. Unsupported operation exception we are going to get. What is that exception, sir? Can I spell out? Unsupported operation exception we are going to get. Similarly, yes, dot, sir, need not be add. Sir, I am taking remove. Even remove also. Remove means changing the content. Changing the content is not allowed inside immutable collection. Immediately we are going to get one unsupported operation exception. Clear, right? Okay, that's all, sir. This part. So this S is immutable. We are not allowed to add. We are not allowed to remove. We are not allowed to change the content. By mistake, if you are trying to change the content, then we will get the unsupported operation exception. One important case already I discussed on the board, right? Next, among these elements, null should not be there. By mistake, null is there. Automatically, what will happen? You have to tell. What will happen? If one of element is null, what will happen, sir? Immediately, null pointer exception by default we are going to get. Regarding by mistake null pointer exception by default we are going to get, sir. Make sure. Clear, right? Sir, second, null pointer exception. Null should not be there. Third one, sir, if you are using this factory method, should not be duplicate element because set won't allow duplicates, right? By mistake, if you are trying to add duplicate element, what will happen, sir? Immediately we are going to get, sir, do you know, illegal argument exception, right? I hope clear. Are you in a position to understand, right? How to create unmodifiable set object from 1.9 version onwards with our factory methods. Clear, right? Okay. Next and after that, here, sir, just I prepared a beautiful notes. Just let me show so that you people can get clarity, right? Sir, have a look once. How many factory methods are available inside set interface? Java P, Java dot, util dot, set. Yes, man. How many factory methods are available? 12 methods. Have you observed? Have you observed? Off is the method, return type is the set only. To create empty set object. To create one object. Sir, with one element, with two element, three element, four element, five element, 6, 7, 8, next and after that 9, and then 10. Are you getting? So from 0 to 10, these exactly matched methods are going to be executed from 11 elements onwards. Either 11 element, 12 element, 13 element, automatically this method will execute. Sir, why these many methods are available? You know the reason why these many methods are available, sir? To improve performance only. Clear, right? Okay. Sir, let me show the material whatever I prepared, sir. Just have a look once, sir. Until 1.8 version, how to create unmodifiable set object, right? Sir, set of string beers is equal to new has set of string beers dot add of kf ko rcfo beers is equal to collections dot unmodifiable set of beers. Like this I'm taking. Sir, how many lines of the code is there, sir? How many lines of the code is there? 6 lines of the code by default there, sir. Make sure 6 lines of the code is there. But from 1.9 version onward, how you can able to create, that part I will discuss. Sir, creation of unmodifiable set, immutable set with Java 9 factory methods, right? Sir, these many methods are available. I hope I explained already, right? Sir, to create unmodifiable set with Java 9 factory method, what is the code, sir? Set of string beers is equal to set dot off. Next, while using these factory method, if we are trying to add duplicate element, immediately we are going to get what exceptions are? Illegal argument exception. Because 10 duplicate element is there, sir. I'm trying to add duplicate element, illegal argument exception we are going to get. Next, if the one of element is null, while using this factory method, if any element is null, then we will get what? Null pointer exception. Clear for all of it? Null pointer exception we are going to get. Similarly, after creating the set object, if we are trying to change the content by using add method, remove method, then we will get unsupported operation exception because set is immutable or unmodifiable. Everyone can able to understand? Are you getting right? Sir, I created a set of fruits, apple, banana, mango. I'm trying to add orange. I'm trying to remove apple. Immediately we are going to get which exceptions are? Unsupported operation exception. Okay? Sir, now it's very clear how to create unmodifiable set object, unmodifiable list objects, right? Clear for all of you, right? If you feel comfortable with this factory methods off, in the next video we have to talk about how to create unmodifiable map object, right? Okay, that's all, sir.